right?
Okay, this is Mary Sloan, and I'm with Deborah Tenbrink, and we are going to talk about 22 Social. So if you've ever wondered about 22 Social, hopefully this will be of some assistance to you. So I'm just going to go, and hopefully I can find my, oh, there's a page I can bring up. Good, I'll bring up this, and then I'm just going to change it to my app. Just one sec here. All right, so I have my app for 22 Social on my Empowering Life Quotes page, and I'm going to go down my page here to where I can find my app. There's that great post that Gavin put up, had us put up. I think that's just such a gift that he gives us that and is actually marketing for us. I mean, can you imagine somebody doing that? Wow, it's so great. Anyway, back to 22 Social. Let me find my app here. So obviously, when you have a page, you have your 22 Social, and you need to put in all this stuff. Like I've got mine marked up for the Networking Superstars, and so that'll take me to my app. But you have to put in, and for anybody looking at this, you have to go in and you have to change the picture, and you have to change the wording. And if you have any questions about that, I can show you how to do that. But let's go into my 22 Social app. So this brings it up, and it shows that I'm a pro member, which means I'm paying my grand total of $22 a month. And like I said, I've never actually paid for it because I've had people who have, wanted it and used my link to get it. And so that's pretty amazing. And then what's great about it is that we did that Hangout yesterday, and there that Hangout is all live. So you can watch it here on my Facebook page, or you can watch it here as part of this. And, what we can do is change it up as we go. Now, because Deborah is with me, and Deborah has the 22 Social app on her page, I think. Is that right, Deborah?
Yes, I do, and I'm also a pro member.
Cool. So what she can do is she can go down to the bottom of my app here, and she can pick up this little feed ID. Can you see that on the screen, Deb?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. So you just pick up that number there off my page, and you take that up in your own page, and you go to this drop-down menu that says feed, because what you're going to do is you're going to feed my app into your app, and once you get to the feed, you can see that it says feed ID, and if I picked up that number that I showed you, I would put that in there, click it in, and verify it, which would bring up that feed into your Facebook page. Have you managed to get there?
Oh, I've been watching you, so I'll have to go do that.
Okay, well, we'll do it together because it'll be great for people to see that.
Okay.
And I want to show you how to share your screen as well, because it's part of what you can do on a Hangout, and very, very useful for people. So we'll go back, and I can close that. Alrighty, so now we're just back to the app again, and everything's just the way it was. And yeah, so now coming back to the Hangout, I'm just going to get that screen out of the way, and that takes my Hangout, my screen sharing off. Now up on your own screen, Deborah, off to the left you see a little green arrow that if you hover over it says screen share.
Okay, just a moment. An arrow. Yes, I do.
Okay, so if you click on that, that'll give you some choices.
Okay.
So just click on it, and we'll see what we get from you.
Okay, it says entire screen, Google Plus Hangouts, my inbox for my email.
Okay,
So
so where's which one of those? Not the Google Plus Hangout, because we'll just bring Hangout in again.
okay.
But one of those two, which one is easiest for you to find Facebook on?
Probably entire screen.
Yeah,
No.
what you might have to do is you might have to just kind of go to your browser and find your Facebook and just have it there. And then when you go back with your screen share, because you haven't clicked on anything yet, so we're not screen sharing yet. So what you can do is once you get that, then we'll bring it up, just so that you've got it visual, okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
All
because,
right.
yeah. Okay, so I'll let you go do that, and I'm just going to talk for a few minutes about this, because what we've got happening, of course, I don't know why I've gone invisible. That's interesting. Okay, let's do something. No. Okay, well, anyway, whatever. Oh, I can stop screen sharing. Okay, there we go. It's always good to read what you're doing. So anyway, when you want to use a Hangout and you want to screen share your screen, it's really good to have it set up on so that you can easily find it, because when you go to screen share, it'll give you these options, and it's good if you can immediately see the page that you want to bring up, and then you can bring that up into the Hangout, and just good to have that all prepped up. But of course, Deborah and I were doing this as a training, and we didn't think to kind of get that prepped, and now you see what happens. So it's all good learning. And while Deborah's getting her Facebook page hooked up, I want to just talk to you about some of the other things that are available here. Because one of the things that's kind of cool is Showcase. Now you have to set that up before you come in here on your Google Plus page, and you have to make that live. I can't remember if I did. I don't think I did. But Showcase will allow you to put up a side window and bring in an offer, for example, that you might have. And then, of course, when people watch the broadcast later, that offer will continue to be there. So if you're trying to showcase a product or you're trying to showcase a service, it's really worthwhile to have something that you can pull up there. Like I say, it's good to have all this prepared in advance, which, of course, we haven't done. But I can see Deborah's now got her Facebook up on her screen. So I'm just going to pull her up, and there we go. We can now see it. Way to go.
Okay. Now, I'm trying to remember because I just installed this. Where do I find my 22 social?
Okay, go down. Now, this is your profile page. This is not a page, right?
What you're looking at right now, if you look up here, it's my page.
Oh, okay, great. All right, so just go down on the left-hand side, about a third of the way down. Keep there, right there. One of those 3 apps. One says promotion, one says pins, and another says get more info. Probably that get more info is your 22 social app.
Okay. Yes, it is. You are right.
Okay, good. So that's great. So what you want to do, yeah, I've seen I've seen all their past pieces. So what you can do now is go up to the top, of course, and now it's interesting that it, oh, I see. You have to log in over there, so it'll come. I always stay logged in, but you have to log into 22 Social.
Okay.
No, you don't have to change that. You can just log in.
I can just log in. Well, it said to log in, I had to go be my personal. Yeah, that's what it told me to do. So where do I log in at?
Yeah, up at the top. Gee, it's been so long since I've done this. Go back up to the top. There's got to be a button up here that allows you to log in. Right there. Well, it shows like you're in there, huh? Try your more button. See off to the right? And let's see if we get an app there. It's kind of interesting.
It is.
Manage tabs. Try, oh, just a sec. Pins, likes, yeah, try the manage tabs. That's about the only thing I can see that might work.
Closing and reopening my browser. What does it want?
Oh, well, that's just kind of like standard fare. You know, it's one of the things about internet marketing is that you kind of have to do what you have to do, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm back over here.
Okay, go back down to that, get more info.
Okay.
And let's see if this brings you in this time.
Yeah, it's saying log in.
And you shouldn't have to, I mean, because you brought it into this page, you should just be able to, oops, what does the drop down offer?
Log in. See what it says?
Yeah.
To log in.
Yeah, just go back to that log in. Continue, you'll need to switch from using Facebook as...
Yeah, as my page. It wants me to switch from using it as my page.
No, but this can't be right. Go to log in again. What did the drop down say? Oh, you're using Facebook as a page. Ta-da-ta-da. Oh my
goodness. Let me just do this while on my page. And now
I know what happened.
What?
Well, no, I'm not sure. When you brought the app in, you chose this page, obviously, because the app is sitting there.
Yes.
So why isn't it coming up with 22 social at the top the way mine does? Huh. I've never had that. Mine always comes up. Sorry, we got confused. Oh, good. Well, it's good to know others are confused as well.
It's our experiment.
Exactly.
Now, right here, it is showing that I'm on my page. I just want to point this out. If you notice, I'm on my page, but I'm logged in as Deborah, not my page. Do you see what just happened?
Now we've got this.
Now we have it. Yes, this is a key factor that we do want to point out to people. I am on my page. You can see right here I'm on my page, but I'm logged in as me on my page. Not logged into my page as my page, if you see what I'm saying. Now my tools are up.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know.
We learned something.
No, mine comes up so automatically for me that I haven't had to think about that. But that is a very good thing, and people will now be able to use this to their advantage as we sorted it out. Yahoo! All right. So, what of course you didn't manage to bring over, and I'll go get it for you just because it's a number that we can just feed in there. Hang on a second, I'll just bring up my Facebook page without...
I have your page on my screen, but I'm not sure how I get your feed. If I'm looking at...
Go right down to the bottom. Go right down to the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, right down.
Okay.
Right down to the bottom.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, God.
Okay. How far?
Right at the very bottom. Right at the very, very bottom, you'll see a little number that gives you an ID. No, it's still working nice. God, gotta love it. Come on, Facebook. You can do this thing. Yeah, it has to go right down to the bottom. And then there's just a little number that says feed ID, and you pick up the number and then take it back up to the top and go back to your page, and I'll show you where to put it in.
Okay. Should I hit refresh?
I guess so, since it seems to be taking forever.
It does.
At least I got lots of information up there.
You certainly do.
But it doesn't help us to get to the bottom really fast.
No, I understand. It is what it is. We're on Facebook.
Yeah, why is this taking? That's crazy. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Huh.
I'm wondering, will we hit bottom, actually?
You've got to hit bottom. I mean, although it seems like you're going back through some very old stuff. Interesting.
That's what I'm wondering about. Yes, we're into July.
Huh.
It just keeps refreshing and giving me more, so there must be another way.
Yeah, I'm just jumping into my page to see what, over on the far right-hand side, when I go down, oh, of course, I'm in 22 social app.
Mm-hmm. And also, I will like your page while I am here.
Okay, well, let me tell you that the feed ID here, oh, I know why you're having trouble finding it. You're not in my app. So if you went over to my app, as opposed to just my page, you would find it. But let's just ignore that for right now, because that's going to be a way for people to get in. But right now, the feed ID on my app is 125 78.
Okay. Just a moment. Let me type it in here. Sorry about this.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, go right ahead. What is it?
125 7828.
Okay, and then we hit verify.
Well, okay. So you've got it up. You've got it up on your page right now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. And then you hit verify. Yeah.
Okay. And then I hit save changes.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
There you go.
And there you go. We were successful.
Woohoo! With all the challenges, but I think as a training video, this will really help people, because you see what you have to do to work it out. And it would be easy for you to get that number there, of course, because now you're in the app. And you can see when you're in the app. Just scroll to the bottom again to show people, maybe, Deborah.
Okay.
Because right at the very bottom of the app is where you get the little number for the Facebook ID. Keep going, but it won't be long. There you are. See the feed ID right there?
Right here.
Yeah. And so below once you're in the app, my mistake. I apologize. Of course, I should have known you had to be in the app. So once you're in the app on my page, then you can get the feed ID from that. And then you take it up. You go onto your own page and go into the app there, and you put that in, and now suddenly you're showing the same thing. So that's how you clone what I'm doing on my page to your page. And that way, if we have an event that we do, what I do, so if you just just go to your content so we can show people what I do to make it. Go up to the top again.
Oh.
And I'll show you people what I do.
Okay.
No, go not quite that much up to the top. It needs to be in the app. Okay, now you go to content. See the content drop-down menu?
Yes.
Okay, so click that. And then bring your screen down so we can see it. keep going, keep going.
Oh, keep going. Okay.
You got to see media. Okay, so see the media button there?
Yes.
To your left, click that to do a drop down.
Sorry.
That's all right, no worries. What does it say?
It says this content is loaded from the feed. Go to the feed orange button above settings to enable editing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's because you've got a feed going. Of course, it's not going to let you do that. Okay, well, let me show people on mine here just a sec. I'll bring up. Yeah, okay, because I think it's good for you to. Of course, now I don't have that sitting up on my screen. See. Oops, we won't do that. Okay, just stop that. And I'll make sure I have my Facebook page sitting up just as here. Okay, now I have that page sitting up. I'll go back to the Hangout. Oh, it's so much fun. Okay, now I should be able to screen share and bring that up. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Stuck. There it is. Okay, I think that's up again correctly. Yeah, okay. So here we are in my screen this time. And so when I want to change my media, so I go to content, of course, to get that drop down, and of course it drops out of sight. And then I go to media, and I get a drop-down menu. So when you're setting this up for yourself, you have choices. You know, right now it's set for streaming a Hangout, and that's absolutely what we want it to do. And I've checked autoplay. One of the things that happened yesterday, I think for Bob Fernicola, is he didn't have this set to autoplay. So when you're setting up your media, you want to make sure that you set it to autoplay so that when we start to stream a Hangout, it will actually come up. And the other thing, of course, you want, no, you're okay, unless you come on the Hangout live, in which case you'll have to turn down the sound on your own Facebook page, because then otherwise you've got it kind of on a delay playing on two parts of your computer, which really can drive you crazy. But we've got some other choices here, because with this app, you've got the opportunity to bring in photos from your Facebook album or an Imager album, or if you just like one picture up there, or if you've got a YouTube video you really like, or a Vimeo video you want to share, a Google Drive video, audio from Stitcher, Google Presentation, which is their equivalent of a PowerPoint slide, and then of course you stream a Hangout live, which we did yesterday, which was fun, or you can stream live stream. So those are the choices that you've got in terms of media that you can put onto this app, which is kind of cool. But when you've got it cloned, you have whatever I'm doing inside my app. And to change that, as it said, you've got to go back inside the feed and actually change the feed to allow you to moderate inside that. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes it does.
Okay, great. And then the other thing is that I just want people to know is that if they choose, they don't actually have to have just a single app. So let's say that they want to clone something that I'm doing, just because we might be doing lots with the networking superstars, and I'll probably run the Hangouts. And so by being cloned, you'll be able to run all that through your app. But let's say you want to do something else completely different. Let's say that you'd like to invite people to a hangout that Gavin has done, and you want to put the video up there from his YouTube channel or something. You can do that on a different app. So you can run 2 different apps from 22 Social on your page at the same time.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. And if you go...
That's very useful. Like, you could have where Gavin is explaining things, and then you can do a review of your own experience of using these various tools for networking superstars. That'd be great. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So absolutely. So there's lots and lots of things that you can do with this 22 Social app. It's a pretty useful tool.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to show me how to get your feed on my page. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, hopefully that'll help everybody. And also, hopefully the idea that you can share your screen and what you have to do that, etc., will be useful too, because this is I use Hangouts, as everybody knows who's been in the group, all the time. I use them all the time for everything. Anytime I think I want to share anything, I just jump into a Hangout, say what I need to share. I have it set up on my screen so I can show people whatever I want to show them. And it's a tremendously useful tool. So I'll get the feed for this, and I'll bring it to the group, and it'll go from there.
All right. Thank you so much, Mary, for taking the time.
No, thank you, Deborah. A pleasure. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.